It's a big planet we live on, and we share it with a lot of people. Many of them want more access to computers, but for a long time, real access was denied to all but a privileged few. For years, personal computers cost about $1,000. In 1998, e-machines led the industry in dropping the cost of a good PC to about $400. That put 25 million new users within reach of a keyboard. But if the cost per PC could be brought down to $100, a billion new users could join the global digital village. Yet $400 is about as low as PC prices seem to be able to go. It's simple economics. Hard drives, processors, and other components, plus assembly, distribution, and support, altogether simply cost too much. Yet computers have become more powerful with every passing year. In fact, the typical PC has much more power than most people really need. In your typical PC, you get an incredible amount of excess capacity, wasted CPU cycles, and wasted wattage, needlessly and carelessly warming our environment. But what if you could harness that excess capacity? What if we could tap into it so it just doesn't end up as a lot of wasted opportunity? It's been done before. Back in the 50s, mainframe computers cost millions of dollars. Only technicians had access. In the 60s, time-sharing allowed multiple users to simultaneously use the mainframe. This brought down the cost per user while increasing access at the same time. In the 70s, mini-computers further reduced the cost per user. And by sharing the power among users, computers in business and research proliferated. The 80s saw the advent of the personal computer. It was a return to the one-user to one-computer model. The personal element helped ensure the runaway success of the PC. But they're still too expensive. What we need now is another revolution. The next step in computing evolution is here. By making the PC the mainframe, NComputing brings the cost per user down again to prices that allow the next billion users to get on board. It's not just a theory. Take a modern $500 PC. It has more than enough power for a single user. NComputing can share all of that power among multiple users, each doing their own thing, watching streaming video from CNN, enjoying a DVD, developing PowerPoint slides, surfing the internet, doing research, watching YouTube videos, typing a term paper. 7 users, all at the same time, all hosted on a single $500 PC. And the system is still running with capacity to spare. Let's take a look at how we do it. In 12 years of development, NComputing created very powerful software that takes an ordinary PC and makes it a mainframe. With this breakthrough technology, the PC is essentially turned from one computer into multiple virtual computers. Each user feels as if they have their own memory, their own storage, their own applications, their own preferences and settings. But all of the user computing happens on one shared PC. One system to manage, one system to back up. NComputing takes only minutes to install, and once configured, it's ready to support multiple users via a single PC. The individual screens get to the users courtesy of NComputing's User Extension Protocol, or UXP. UXP is highly efficient and delivers a secure multimedia experience over standard network cables. At the end of the network cable is a small, reliable, and very inexpensive access device. Just plug in a mouse, keyboard, monitor, and you're ready to go. But is this right for you? Let's take a look at the benefits of this new technology. First, it's simple. It doesn't take a computer scientist to get it up and running. Simplicity keeps support costs down, and because it's so reliable, you also save on maintenance budgets. And it's flexible, and NComputing solutions support most standard applications. You don't need to buy any new applications, and you don't need to retrain your staff. It's affordable. You can get started with NComputing at an extremely attractive price. For the same budget, you can support more users and expand access where it wasn't feasible before. It's easy to maintain. PCs typically eat up over 100 or more watts of energy, but NComputing access devices need at most 5 and as little as 1 watt per user, saving you money on energy and air conditioning costs. Better yet, you generate much less e-waste. Why? Because NComputing solutions use far fewer parts, and also because they don't have to be replaced every few years. When you upgrade the shared PC, all of the users get the benefit of that upgrade without having to change their equipment. Let's see who benefits most from NComputing solutions. Everyone benefits. Classrooms in North Carolina to Macedonia, mom-and-pop shops to Fortune 500 companies, from America to Zaire, and everywhere in between. With NComputing's help, thousands of schools and businesses and hundreds of thousands of people are saving money and crossing the digital divide where they couldn't cross before. Since the first mainframe came online, we've seen rapid changes in the way we use computers. But only 1 billion users have access to computers today. Why stop there when another billion are waiting to join the global economy? With NComputing, over 500,000 people are already enjoying the benefits of the liberating power of the PC. NComputing, for the next billion users.